Live from Memphis, Tennessee at the home of the Grizzlies. We're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Grizzlies homestand. Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Adebayo. Releases. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pippen with the wide-open look. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Pippen's got his team on the board to start the game for the Grizzlies. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Now here's Smart. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, the energy on Bam's drive to the basket is really something the defense has to contend with. Hard to slow him down.
Morant outside. Back to Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Cunningham right side. Fires from the corner. Nice jump shot. Good.
Just can't doubt what it is offensively Cunningham can do. He's put up big totals since day one in the league.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. He talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Pippen. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Jackson down low. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Morant. Rebounded by the Hawks. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Martin. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, man, just taking a smooth shot. Martin could have put butter on that one.
When you think of Caleb Martin, Brent, what comes first to your mind?
I think energy, Kevin, for me. I mean, Caleb is always out on the floor on both ends, just putting pressure, whether he's running in transition, attacking the basket, spotting up and finding space in the half court. The guy plays with a ton of confidence and wants to contribute.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The kick out to Bane. And that time, also a missed shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cunningham outside. And Cunningham with the slam.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Christie. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. outside, Smart. Cunningham outside. Cutting the screen. Back to Cunningham. Over Morant. Cunningham's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance for the quick shot.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Grizzlies trailed by 11. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Morant. And finished up by Morant.
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
Now LeVert. Pass to Christie. Pick by Horford. For 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And it's Pippen again missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And again, Cunningham missing. Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First 2.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Hawks leading by 13. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Here's Pippen. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And here's Collins, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that three-point range.
Now here's Smart. No scoring in this one. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Cunningham. To the right side. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Christie can't make it.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Call for Memphis. It's that time again, everybody. Come on, and give them.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Who's some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's Christie. Buries the long-range jumper. Christie's got 8.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Pritchard. .115 left in the first half. Here's Christie. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Atlanta leading by 10. And they're running from the arc. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr., proving once again he's a team-first player.
Here's Edey. Back to Jackson. Pass to Edey. Rebound by the Hawks.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Pritchard. From 13. Again, the Hawks score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 15-point game. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Now, here's Cunningham. Here's Christie, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Good on the triple.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Cunningham drives in, and it's Martin missing. The Grizzlies trail by 14. And that one's good. Morant.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Cunningham outside. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Cunningham's got 16 points.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Over to the wing. Here's Adebayo. The Grizzlies pull it in.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Pass to Edey. And here's Morant. He has 7. Jackson misses.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Adebayo with the bucket.
And these are the kind of plays where Bam Adebayo has a chance to show off all of those skills.
Outside Jackson. Morant right side. Here's Pippen. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Pippen's got 4 points this quarter.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your
Here's Christie. 10 points for him. Pass to Adebayo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Well, around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
Now here's Pippen. Pippen missing again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Really hard to teach that. Nice skill by Martin to finish through the defenders.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. And it's Cunningham, top of the key. Pass to Adebayo. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Grizzlies trailed by 14. Here's Morant. And he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Cunningham for 3. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Morant with a wide open look. Again, Memphis.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's Christie. And that one is stuffed right through.
And Bam dropping another dime, never shy about sharing the ball.
Pass to Jackson. Now Pippen. There's a screen by Collins. Three-pointer. Goes back up. And the way up good by Pippen. Pippen's got 11 points.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
They set the pick. Here's Christie. Here's Adebayo. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's LeVert. Right wing. Here's Pritchard. Knocks down the three ball.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Pritchard. Guarded by Bane. Pulls it up. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 11. And a wide open look for Bane. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, this is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
There's the three. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
The Hawks leading by 8. Now here's LeVert. Pass to Pritchard. Pops one in from the wing.
Looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Now here is Hardaway. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Pass to LeVert. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. Launches a three. And it's LeVert missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 10. Here's Jackson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Smart with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Adebayo with the bucket. 10 points for Bam Adebayo.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo's going to win out.
Pass to Pippen. Outside Collins. No good on the triple. The Hawks leading by 10. And here's Martin. Cunningham up top. Here's Smart. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's Pippen on the wing. Pass to Morant. The kick out to Bane. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 8 points for Desmond Bane.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Out to the right wing. outside, Smart. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Cunningham up top. Pass to Smart. To the inside. Here's Christie. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. The Grizzlies trailed by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
And here's Cunningham after Jaren Jackson made that last three-pointer. Cunningham outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And they're on the break.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball. Just milk those last seconds away.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has and the hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Morant outside.
Oh, that's superb defense from Smart. He's someone that just goes all out on that end. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game is coming through.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
Morant, that's for 2. Off the mark. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin,
마이크 좀 가만히 닫고 있으면 안 됩니까, 이게? 진짜 머리 아프다, 머리 아파. 뭐라고요? 형님, 형님 혼납니다. 와, 와, 근데 신기한 게 유차이 슛 다 들어가던데. 유차이, 정유찬. 아니, 걔 슛이 다 들어가던데. 걔, 이러다 우승하는 거 아닙니까, 조만간에? 아니, 슛이 다 들어가요. 네? 막, 조제는 완전히 그냥 넘사벽이라서. 에, 그럴 일이 없습니다. 14승, 16승 했나? 16승요, 16승. 배가 많죠. 한 30개 되죠. 나 14승 30패인가 이렇게 했을걸요. 똑같죠. 뭐, 브랑케랑 딱 수준이 맞다, 입니까? 형님, 당연히 형님이 저보다 오래 하고 구력도 높고, 그러다 빡각 다지간데 두께 저랑 비슷해갖고 되겠습니까? 아, 게임이다, 이거. 게임은 이 구력을 못, 아, 알았습니다. 마이크 놨습니다.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And, of course, Tyrese Maxey. Many wonder how they'll do without him. Well, we'll soon find out.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
Edey, and 3 chances on that possession. But they The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. This is the last stop for the 76ers before returning back to Philadelphia. And, of course, Devin Booker. This is his first game in his new Philadelphia 76ers uniform.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Now Pippen, after the missed three by Carmelo. That one good for two.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for this.
Now here's Anthony. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And when he drives it, Melo does such a great job of using his frame to shield off the defender.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after the Sixers pick up two. Here's the screen. And that one's good by Pippen.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Anthony. And he gets it to go from the high post. Anthony's got his second bucket.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters, an elite level scorer who gets plenty of opportunities.
Here's Bane. Up top, Morant. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And they shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Jackson with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Pippen with it. Jones covering. They get the rebound. Out to Morant. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail. Booker outside. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Here's Edey. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's Philadelphia. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Down low. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. You have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
Well, Bane had one goal that trip. Come right back at them with the 3 of his own.
.30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Anthony. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pippen with the wide open look. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
High post shot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Anthony's got 6.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so it's Scottie Pippen making highlights for the Grizzlies. He got into double digits. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Grizzlies?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Outside, Bane. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trailed by 5. Here's Booker. Fantastic finish by Booker.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Outside Collins. Outside for Pippen. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Anthony. 76ers moving the ball around. On the basket by Jones.
And Jones has made huge strides as a three-point shooter since his rookie season. He's now a serious threat from out there.
Now here's Pippen. He's got 10.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Anthony left side. Carmelo throws it down.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, Anthony letting that creativity shine through on that finish.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially up towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Morant after the Sixers pick up 2. Clock at 6. In the corner, Kennard with it. Will it go? And it's Morant missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Here's Morant. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Pass to Jackson. Now Collins. Covered by Anthony. Collins in the post. No scoring in this one. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Anthony. Philadelphia leading by 6. Jones, no luck.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the rope, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And the 76ers with possession. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Several teams changing it up here. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Sinks the triple.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knocks it loose. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
Yeah, tough work on the offensive glass. Jackson Jr. being rewarded for his efforts there.
Back to Moody. Pass to Grimes. Alexander Walker on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Grizzlies trailed by 7. Pass to Edey. Lets it go. And Jackson throws it down.
Yeah, it took plenty of skill and athletic ability for Jackson Jr. to pull that off.
Outside Anthony. Booker outside. Bane with it. Out guarded by Booker. It's Pippen with the drive. Pass to Edey. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
Right side, Pippen. Morant scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Taken away by Anthony. And here's Booker from the arc. Offensive rebound. On the wing, Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Booker in stride. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Now here's Morant. He has yet to score. Offensive rebound. Edey. And he banks in the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Booker outside. No good with the triple.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
Pippen outside. And then Pippen slams it in.
This is a big-time game for Scotty offensively thus far. He's setting a high bar for the rest of the guys on that end.
Outside Anthony. Back to Booker. Lets it go with a 3. The 76ers with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And here is Anthony after Jaren Jackson made that last three-pointer. O'Neal outside. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. 1:49 left in the third. Pass to Booker. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. you've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Grimes, still without a basket. Pass to Moody. To the right side. For three. The offensive rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Now, here's Pippen. For the lead. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers lead. Pass to Grimes. The shot from the low post is good.
Assisted by Moses Moody.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Jackson with it. Defended by Moody. Here's Pippen. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers lead 5-4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Now, he wants his team to mix it up offensively. He said, we've been settling for too many threes. Don't be afraid to attack the rim. Challenge their defense. Let's see some variety out there. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And Pippen slams it in.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
Booker outside. Back to Anthony. A three ball. Booker no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pippen misses.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
And Jones has it in the corner. A three-pointer no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Pippen. And a missed layup. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Embiid, no good. Pippen with it. Now Anthony defending. Now here's Morant for three.
Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Embiid. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 5.
And you have to be unselfish if you're going to lead your team to great things. And I think Embiid gets that.
Morant outside. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Payton for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot. but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Booker outside. Anthony nowhere around. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Well, Anthony is just this competitive. He wants everyone to know what he can do.
But Grizzlies call timeout. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now Morant. And a wide open look for Payne. Good on the three-point shot. Baines got 6 in the quarter.
Clutch points from Bane. Never scared of the moment.
And here's Booker. Looking to get back on track here. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Back to Morant. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Memphis moving that ball around to the middle. Here's Heaney. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
On the wing, Jones. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. No good from outside. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Morant.
Well, Jackson Jr. showing his ability to be a leader in clutch time.
Out to Anthony. Alexander Walker with the ball. Booker looking around. Broke loose. Stolen by Pippen. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Booker outside. Outside Anthony. 5 on the clock. Pass to Jones. For 3, Booker. Great D that time from Bane. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker with it. Up top, Embiid. This would tie it. Got it!
Oh, amazing! Perfect!
와, 버즈 비트입니까? 대박. 와, 아니 나는 그냥 페이드웨이에서 일부러 안 막았는데.
We will go to overtime.
오, 씨.
Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. And I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
And here are the 76ers now. Now here's Booker. Hammers it down.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
Memphis leading. Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. Here's Pippen. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Booker. Got a hand on it. Morant with it. Now guarded by Booker. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Eden. And it's Pippen in the corner. Jackson with the screen. Out to Morant. Just 4 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wanting the ball in these spots is what makes Morant the leader that he is.
Outside, Jones. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
This really speaks to Jones' mental toughness, that he's able to get the big bucket when they need it.
Pass to Pippen. Stolen by O'Neal. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Outside, Dane. Morant left side. 6 to shoot. Jackson with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Dane for 3. Knocks down the 3.
Well, that's a huge bucket in a pressure-packed moment. You can see why this team trusts Desmond Bain.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Booker. Can't get it to fall. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're behind by 5. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And here's Booker from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ballgame. And the 76ers call time here. 5 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Philadelphia with the ball. For three, Booker. The shot, no good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Part of this lineup, we'll see how they do without him.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Good on the triple.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D, has to respect his range better than that.
And that one's good. Brunson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Outside for Pippen. Launches it. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
To the middle, Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay.
In the corner, it's Payne. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Edey gets the bucket. Brunson outside. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Pippen in the corner. Knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
The call on the floor is a jump ball.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The tray. And they'll get another chance.
Nice shot off the catch there. Pippen shows you a little bit of everything every night.
The kick out to Mobley. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Pass to Brunson. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Nice D from Pippen.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very neat perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Back to Jackson. Pass to Bane. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. That one goes. Count it. Bucks trailed by 6. To the paint. Trying to end the drought. And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Now, Anunoby. Scottie Pippen missing from long range. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
It's tipped. And stolen by Anunoby. And here they go. And Mobley throws it down hard.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Jackson in the corner. Now here's Morant. No scoring in this one. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Way to punch it, Scottie Pippen. The athleticism, impressive.
Brunson scanning the floor. Shot, high post, and he connects with the jumper. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Peep these handles, folks. A spin move like that is how you shake the nearest defender up for good.
That's a 2 from Barnes, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Memphis. We'll get right back to the action when we...
The Bucks, 14.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
3 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Payne for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Payne seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Inside, Prince outside, Jackson from long range, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Now Morant, still yet to score. There's the drive. Here's Heaney. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
It's Portis, high post. Back to Jackson. Poked loose. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And then Pippen slams it in.
Boy, that's major force and ferocity by Scottie Pippen on that slam. No messing around with that.
Pass to Sims. Back to Prince. Takes the 3. Fires the 3. Edey with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't.
Oh, wow!
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Now, here's Portis. The kick out to Porter. And again, the Bucks miss. Got a piece of it. And that's an intentional foul. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
And here's Brunson after the three-pointer from Desmond Bane. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Down low, here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
Well, great feed there by Jalen Brunson, a terrific facilitator.
Morant drives in. Pass to Bane. Fires for 3. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Now Barnes. to the inside. Abdul-Jabbar.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Outside, Abdul-Jabbar. Pippen with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Here's Payne. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
I think they've taken a major step in the wrong direction when you talk about their foul shooting, guys. I mean, they're not even close to what they shot last year.
Some changes for Memphis. Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. In the corner, Kennard with it. And another miss by Memphis.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Back to Jackson. Collins wide open. He fires. It's a tie game in Memphis. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
28. The Bucks, 28.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brunson outside. For the lead. And he stays with it. Here's Barnes. Puts up a three. Oh, Brunson good from range.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
It's his first trip to the line.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Outside for Jackson. In the corner, Collins with it. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Good on the bucket. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trailed by 6. And here's Morant. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Right side Jackson.
Really good contest by Portis. Staying connected there.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
And a wide open look for Payne. Drills the three-pointer. Payne's got 9.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Pippen outside. No good on the 3. Bucks leading by 4. Inside, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Portis the screen. To the middle. Stolen by Collins. And here comes the break. Morant with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. And it's now only a 1-point Milwaukee lead.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Portis the screen. Sims in the corner. Here's Jackson. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Portis. Down low. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Morant scanning the floor. Outside for Jackson. For the tie. Sims with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Both teams deciding to change it up. So it's the Grizzlies now. Outside Pippen. Pass to Jackson for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's Abdul-Jabbar penetrating. Nobody near Barnes. And that comes off the assist by Abdul-Jabbar.
In the always evolving game of Barnes, I like seeing him waste no time there, letting that one go.
Outside Jackson. Pippen outside. Kennard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3-ball is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Mobley looking it over. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And then Abdul-Jabbar slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And he'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential. The kick out to Bane. Morant outside. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The offensive rebound. Edey. Blocked again. And he recovers it. Pass to Morant. 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Bane. Goes up again. The shot, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant outside. The Grizzlies with another miss. On offense, here are the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And the basket by Jackson.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
You know, something else, guys, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Bane. The 3. Mobley with the rebound. Bucks leading by 5. Brunson outside. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Barnes outside. Pass to Brunson. Morant with the steal. It's Pippen with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Mobley.
Because of Pippen's length and athleticism and savvy, he's hard to match up against, especially when he's on the drive.
And both free throws good for Pippen. And the Bucks with possession here. 3-point lead. Here's Brunson. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. It's a tie ball game.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Here's Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Morant outside. It's Pippen on the wing to take the lead. Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. And Milwaukee has possession. A 2-point game. Anunoby has the open look. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shot.
Jackson with the screen. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. It's Morant in the corner. The putback. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Abdul-Jabbar with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Abdul-Jabbar misses. And so here's Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Jackson from long range. A putback. And it's Pippen with the extra effort.
You know, there are only a few guys that you can really trust taking that shot. Pippen is one of those guys.
Brunson up top. Mobley right side. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. And then Abdul-Jabbar slams it in.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Grant. And that one is off. Good D by Mobley. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Puts up a deep 3. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. "15 seconds left in the game. Brunson with it. And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said.